OK, on now to the match at the Bay between Glenelg and Woodville. The Tigers, of course, in great form over recent weeks, while the Warriors suffered a setback last week with their loss to the top side North Adelaide. So a big test for Woodville to bounce back. As usual, it was the Tigers who bounced out of the blocks, and they're well ahead as we join it midway through the second term. Commentators Kim Dillon and David Mackay.
And in big trouble.
Yes, they are in big trouble too. Glenelg have all the answers. Lambert's up and running around. That's good news for the Warriors. That kick was a long one. Marshall, a good mark at, centre-half forward. Fantasia takes exception to it. Being a bit careful there. A 15-metre penalty would just about bring Marshall within kicking distance. Wide as Kernahan, unattended. Marshall elects to go long. Lead is coming from Hodgeman. That's the way the kick will go. No, it chips back. Seabohm out in the lead. In front of is McDermott. He follows up the ball, comes through strongly. Now Stringer overrunning the ball. Tries to burst his way through the pack. Couldn't get the kick away. Forward goes Templeton. Salisbury the long handball wide. Marshall's first there. He can go over the top. No, he just threw that one away. He didn't look. Now Lynch through strongly. Good play, Lynch. Not well placed the kick, however. Salisbury, Maynard. Left boot wide, Kernahan and Detman go hard at it. Detman first there, met solidly. Well, that's a bit soft. Nothing wrong with a good shirt front. Fantasia, they're running around in circles, the Warriors. They don't know where to go.
There's a player down again. It appears to be Lambert. He's got blood all over his face. And that mark's been taken by Nicholls. Try and pick up. I'm pretty sure it's Lambert. He does not look a well boy at all.
No, he doesn't look well at all. Nicholls lining up. Already has one goal on the board. A beauty kicked in the first turn. That one's straight as a die, right through the middle for Nicholls second, and the Warriors advance to 3 goals 4. Don't they need that one? Trailing the Bays 11 goals 3.
And Craig Lambert's coming off the ground, and Gary Haylock's just replaced him, and he looks very, very groggy. So it looks like Haylock will be going to a back pocket. He's picking up Hodgeman. It's a much-needed goal to Woodville. 3 goal 4, plays 11 goal 3.
Yes, much-needed goal, all right. That was the Warriors' first goal since the 20-minute mark of the first term, and we've had just on 17.5 minutes of this second quarter. John Hilton with another good bounce. Carey again with the tap. Maynard roving cleverly. Off to Cruz it goes. The Tigers are running forward. They're on the rampage. Hodgeman at the back of the pack has the run of the ball. He picks it up. He shoots a goal. Oh, that was a gem. A beautiful Rovers goal to Kim Hodgeman. That's his second, and you'd go a long way to see a better goal than that.
Well, we spoke earlier in that first quarter about the roving skills of Kim Hodgeman. A true rover, a great rover. And you don't see enough of that nowadays. Rovers snapping goals like that. And Hodgeman's had 2 absolute beauties today. And how would Gary Haylock feel? He's just come onto the ground and Hodgeman's banged one through the middle. Glenelg can do no wrong, and Woodville are struggling.
Yes, the Warriors really are struggling. They went down to North Adelaide by 71 points last week, and they look like they might be in for a drubbing again today. The Bays are looking very, very strong. In fact, they're looking awesome.
Well, in fact, over the last 5 weeks, I think the smallest winning margin to the Glenelg side's about 66 points against West Adelaide.
Yes, you're quite right, Kim. Last week they had an 82-point victory against Sturt. Before that, again, it was 97 points to Port Adelaide, and before that they beat North.
Oh, gee.
Oh, you've got to admire that young man, old man. 2 goals on the board, 35 metres out, directly in front, and a real chance of kicking his third. The Tigers have all the answers. I was about to say they also obliterated Norwood by 100 points. Not a bad effort. Hodgie kicks into the man on the mark. Well, they're not doing everything right. Butters up again. Hodgie couldn't gather it in. Max Cruz desperately at centre-half forward. That's one of the things that the Bays do well with Max Cruz at centre-half forward, is keep the ball in their area and contest every one. Umpire Elliott, ball to ground, another good bounce. Budarick on that occasion, the tap wide. Maynard on the left foot, snaps at goal. They've kicked some gems. Oh, dear me. 3 goals to Maynard, and there's another beauty. The Tigers are really on fire.
Well, the Bays kicked 8 in the first quarter. They've kicked 5 in this term. 3 to Maynard. It was a big fist away by Budarick. Maynard picked up the crumbs, and he snapped that one with his left boot. He's pretty dangerous around goals, and gee, Woodville, they're just going to have to try and play man-to-man. They've got to do something to stop this run by Glenelg.
goals this term to the Bays. The Warriors can only manage one. It's an onslaught of goals. Tiger fans really enjoying this one. The Warriors, I think, may as well go home. Andrew Taylor just giving Peter Carey a little bit of assistance there. Carey not too concerned about that. Enough of those young whippersnappers come and go. Now Carey chips the pass, looking for Marshall. He's down in two. For a big fellow, he's got magnificent skills, Peter Carey. I suppose he's had plenty of years to practice them. Marshall, half forward, goes deep to the pocket. Seabohm's there in front of Rogers. Hodgeman out. Oh, I don't know about that. Hodgeman has the free kick, but I think that might have been a little bit soft, Kim.
Yeah, a little bit of a con job there, I think.
It's funny when everything's going your way, you seem to get those. Kim Hodgeman certainly staged for that one. The umpire fell for the three-card trick, and now Hodgeman has an opportunity bringing up goal number 3. 13 goals on the board for the Bays. And that one's right through the middle. 3 to Hodgeman. 14 goals, 3, 87 to the Bays. What a massacre. Woodville 3 goals, 4, 22.
Well, when you're hot, you're hot. And just having a look at the premiership table here, Woodville, they've won 9 games and lost 3. Glenelg have won 7 and lost 5, so there shouldn't be a change on the ladder. In fact, there won't be. But this isn't going to help Woodville's percentage whatsoever unless they can do something to get back into this game. Hodgeman in great touch.
Bays in outstanding form. 87 plays 22. The margin now 65 points. The Tigers are still doing all the attacking. Again, it's Carey's been the maker of this victory. Vanessa couldn't get the kick away. Now over the top, Reckner. Back into the side today. This is a game he'll want to forget. McTavish left boot, wide as Maynard. Again with space. Ruck Rovers, Glenelg are killing him. Maynard chips it in. Oh, no! He's got it. Left boot from the boundary, under pressure. Peter Maynard's got his 4th. And have a look at that. A very happy Glenelg. Oh, crowd, and gee, Glenelg can do absolutely no wrong.
Look at that man, Peter Maynard. He's pretty happy. Have a look at the smile. He's even having a giggle out there. He can't believe it. He shakes the head, shrugs the shoulder, and's got a grin from ear to ear. Magnificent football. It's an absolute delight to watch this Glenelg side at the moment. Maynard's kicking him from everywhere. He's kicked 4 this quarter. 93 plays 22.
Too many men in the square for the Warriors, so nothing going right for them.
Well, they rattled or they rattled.
I think they are. They just need to regroup. Now there's Hodgeman in front of Haylock. Running the gauntlet, left foot, chips it back infield. Oh, thank goodness, Rogers has a mark.
Well, it's not all good. He's taken out his own player. So, look, when you're hot, and when you're not, you're not.
Well, the Warriors are in plenty of trouble. Reckner from the back lines goes long. That was a beautifully long kick. 2-2. Back there, Michael Murphy, a good strong mark. Comes inboard towards the centre of the ground. Cruises up. Taylor did the spoiling, so Taylor's gone to centre half back, it would appear. Blount called the umpire. No, he's called it back. Colin McDonald has the free kick. Taylor's running towards centre half forward, so he might have just been well down. Wide, Williams now onto the field. He started on the interchange bench, Gary Williams. Long he goes. Only the 2nd or 3rd time this quarter they've gone into attack. Over the top goes Murphy, too high on Taylor. Taylor has the free kick. Taylor, number 29, was a minor sensation last year, certainly working hard for every kick he gets this season. Still has 21 goals from 13 games, so not dominating by any stretch as Harris. Kick smothered well and truly. Well done, Grenvold. Now Schimmelbusch on the left boot. Funny old kick forward underneath that one, Nicholls. Man with 2 goals, Stephen Nicholls. One great left boot snap in the first quarter. Good long drop for punt for his 2nd. And now deep in the left pocket, 15 metres out. The angle will be fairly acute. He'll need to steer this one through cleverly to get his 3rd. 93 plays 22. The Bays in complete control. As Nicholls lines up, goal number 3. Doesn't miss Stephen Nicholls. That one's his 3rd. The Warriors 4th. They have 4 goals, 4 on the board, trailing the Bays 15 goals, 3.
Well, Nicholls is going about his business very effectively from limited opportunities. You just think back over the years through this Woodville side, they've had some fine forward players. Nicholls, Pearson, Malcolm Blight, of course, John Girardi, Tyrrell.
Let's not forget John Roberts.
Johnny Roberts, for sure, still playing.
Just into time on second quarter. The Bays have been killing the Warriors. 2 goals this term to the Warriors, both to Stephen Nicholls. It's coming through strongly. Underneath all that was Gary Williams. McDonald was hit high. Lynch off to Schimmelbusch. Funny old left boot shimmer. Donovan to McTavish. Wide in turn, looking for Salisbury. Intercepting Fantasia, who's in plenty of trouble. So too Schwartz. He got out of it well to Williams, who goes wide, looking for Reckner on the lead. Pursuit of him is Gibbs. John Martin slipped at the crucial stage. Shimmer, he's run down Shimmer. He tried to do too much. Hewitt over the top, very efficient. Maynard, nothing too hard about that. Over the top to Marshall. This is a training run. Wide it goes, McTavish. Lynch almost ran him down. Wide it goes to Kernahan, who can line up the goals. He's got it right through the middle. 16 goals, 3. Glenelg. What a training run this has turned out to be. They've kicked almost 100 points and we haven't even hit half-time. So 15 goals, 3, 99. Woodville, 4 goals, 4, 28. Oh, we're running out of superlatives.
And the Glenelg players are all converging back there on Scott Salisbury and giving him a pat on the head. There's great camaraderie and sense of feeling for each other out here in this Glenelg side. Players ran from everywhere to congratulate their teammates there. It's a good side. Kernahan's playing well. 16 goals in, gee, not even 2 quarters.
99 plays 28, and again, there's too many men in the square. The Warriors can't just work that out. Third time today that Glenelg have had an easy kick out of centre. Carey's kick goes forward. Now McTavish back in turn. McDermott runs the gauntlet, lines up the goals. It's going to be offline. Maynard's there. Oh, he's got it. No, it's out of bounds. So Maynard certainly making a great attempt at getting that one. The Bays are certainly desperate. They want the ball more than the Warriors.
Well, I don't think it's that hard to work out which forward players should be going into the square, but they're struggling to come to terms with that. From behind, Seabohm. Really got a second chance. Cruz in there, keeping the ball in the area again. Won himself quite a deal of praise in recent weeks for the way he's contested and kept the ball in the area. Seabohm up high, down towards Peniza. His wobbly kick finds Taylor. Now, Taylor hasn't got a lot down forward. Nicholls has been moved out to centre half forward. Parker's gone back to full forward as Lynch takes that mark and also receives 15 metres. Handball over the top to Schwartz, puts him under a little bit of pressure. He gets the kick away. Back there is Carey, and he takes a one-hander. Oh, these Glenelg supporters loving this display. The ball comes out towards Kernahan. In turn out to McDermott. Loses his footing. Fantasia should be able to set something up here. Over towards Sewell. Runs straight back into Stringer. Oh, Wayful. There's no talk out there whatsoever. McDermott over to Murphy. They're still in first gear, the Bays. Drives that in long. Back there, Seabohm. Maynard in there. He's pretty keen to get another one. He's enjoying this. Well, that was slow motion out there.
Yes, it was. I think the Warriors are dispirited. They don't know what they can do. And you're quite right, Kim. I think even now the Tigers have just slowed down a gear.
Well, they're finessing, and you can't blame them.
No, it's pretty easy out there right now. Rogers makes it a little bit harder by thumping it across the line. But the thing about the Warriors that I'm noticing, Kim, is that they're not giving the ball first time.
Exactly.
They're running themselves into trouble. Just wait for the ball to come back into play. Max Cruz, number 8, will do the ruck work, opposed to Gary Williams, number 30. So Carey and Parker are having a rest. They're letting the little blokes go at it. From behind it was Schwartz, the ruck rover, who took the ball out of the play. McDonald on the left boot forward. Taylor paddles it in front of him. Almost took out 2 Glenelg players. Lynch pushed in the back. Gee, they don't like giving away anything, the Bays. They even protest when they're jumping right in the fella's back. Pretty mean. Lynch wide. Peniza used his body beautifully in front of Hewitt. He's trying his heart out, Peniza, but he hasn't got too many mates. Gibbs, back pocket, runs the ball across the line. Nobody there, so he just keeps going. Marshall. The handball will go long. Hewitt finds a little bit of space. Now elects to go towards centre half forward. Maynard and McDonald. Back there is John Martin. Coming out strongly, Seabohm. He didn't waste any time. Coming through even stronger was Salisbury. McDonald left boot. Budarick off to Cruz. Well smothered by Williams, fresh legs. Cruz again contesting the ball, and he's kept the ball right where Glenelg want it, in their forward zone.
And more problems for the Warriors. John Martin's gone down clutching his knee, and he looks in a lot of pain.
Gee,
hasn't moved since hitting the ground.
Kim, somebody would only want to breathe on me out there, and I'd be down if I was a Warrior player. It's Hodgeman. Don't tell me this is going to be a goal. Oh, he's got it! Oh, Hodgeman's kicked another gem. That's his fourth. And 4 more spectacular goals you will never see in your life. Maynard and Hodgeman, the destroyers.
They certainly are. Well, they're good players all around the ground, but to see that effort by Hodgeman, they're carrying John Martin off, and that's a tragedy. That's a blow for the Woodville side. But the tide has certainly turned for the Woodville Football Club. Loss of form, and now starting to get injuries. It's all going against them. Glenelg 17-3, Woodville 4-4.
Oh, Carey, the big thump away. That went 25 metres, that thump. But umpire David Elliott said he'd like to have another go at bouncing that. Such is the dominance. Champions now back onto the field for the Warriors. Rogers has gone to full back to try and stem the tide, but I think it's happening further downfield than full back. Budarick to Marshall, back to Carey. The Giant got it off to McDermott. How did he do that? Magician. Now McDonald. The handball is long, but there goes the siren to complete the second quarter here at Football Park. And if you looked at the scoreboard, you'd think it was the entire game just finished. Glenelg 17 goals 3, 105. Thrashing the pants off Woodville, 4 goals 4, 28, and the base of Warner stand and applaud. And I think the Tigers can just about go home.
There's a big smile on the face of Peter Carey. Why not, too? The Tigers' devastating form over the past 5 weeks, that's given them a total winning margin of 423 points or 70 goals, an average of 14 goals a game over the last 5 weeks. Remarkable stuff. Today, let's check the way they finished up. 8 goals in the first quarter, 9 in the second, 6 in the third and 4 in the last. Hodgeman ended up with 8 goals, Budarick and Maynard 4 each, and for Woodville, Nicholls kicked 7. So Darryl with us once again. Darryl, what has inspired this Glenelg crusade over the past month or so?
Well, I bet that Coach Graham Corns doesn't even know. I mean, they've Hodges in top form and Carey, but when you get 2 rovers like Hodgeman and McTavish, supported by Maynard and McDermott, and Carey's winning every tap, win every position down the centre from Seabone, Cruz, Marshall, Murphy, and West now at full-back, and you've got a premiership, maybe a 3rd premiership in a row.
How long can it continue? I mean, Cornsey must be smiling about all this, but, you know, ideally he'd want the side to peak first week of October.
Yes, I don't think that we should overdo the bit with Woodville. It's an important time. They would be unhappy with their loss of form and their injuries in particular, but there's still 8 weeks to go, so it's a bit of a nice problem to have if you're Graham Corns and an urgent problem if you're Malcolm Blight.